Hello, my name is Dan Schumacher, and this is my game Dicey Birdball. This was a previous submission to 2022's Boston Festival of Indie Games. It was actually the Best in Show winner. Um, it has changed a lot in the past 2 years. The initial game I had only been working on for 4 months, and now I've been working on it for almost 2 years now. So I hope you'll consider allowing it back into the showcase. I'll show you basically the biggest difference is there's now a career mode. So that's what I'll be showing you. There's basically a bunch of different scenarios where you're going to be taking a team of birds and trying to win a sports championship. So you've got a little coach. There's a little clubhouse here. You can change the color of your bird, rename them and stuff. But let's get to the gameplay. So there's basically a map. You have a little wagon placeholder asset, and then you get to your first match. It's the sport itself kind of works like American football, but it changes a bit over time, which I'll show you. This is basically a little tutorial where your coach will kind of tell you how to play. But basically, how it works is you roll a bunch of dice, and then each of your birds, which you only start with one in this scenario, has different actions. So, moving, you can move X tiles. Hopping, you move one tile, but it has to be a one or a two. So, we only rolled twos, so we don't have a ton of options here, but we'll just move and pick up the ball here. And now our objective is to take this ball and get it into the opponent's end zone. You'll see when we clash with an opponent, it shows you a little preview of what's going to happen. Basically, they roll dice. That's the worst roll in the game, so we now feel a little bit sad. Couldn't score on that one, so instead I'll use my hop. And again, this just lets you move one tile in any direction, even diagonally. And we'll just go over here, and then we'll end our turn. And now the opponent AI will basically, try to do their own thing, try to get the ball and score. They didn't have very many options because the dice that they rolled. And then now I can just show you, boom, scored. I should have used my hop. I actually could have scored twice there if I was smart, but yeah, so again, like this requires a two or fewer. We have a three, but our coach has a helpful reroll move, so we'll use that, and then we can get a little bit closer. So, I guess to talk a little bit more while I just kind of play out the rest of this match to get back to the campaign screen. The game has changed a lot since it was last submitted. The kind of core gameplay is mostly the same, so it's mainly been a lot of new art assets, more content. Obviously, this entire career mode, the tutorial is all new. Um, and then just a lot of improvements to like quality of life, that type of thing. When a match ends, you get a little match summary. This is going to change, but you can see your stats. For people that care about stats, your coach talks to you about how great you are between matches, or if you lose, he's like, hey, you got to be better. Um, and then, so this is kind of where the roguelike element of the game comes in. So we just finished a match here. Now we kind of have a choice to either train our bird and make him better by giving him a new action, or drafting new dice, which is basically another action you can take each turn. So as you can see, there's kind of two routes. I'm going to train my bird because I feel like that's a cooler decision to see. So now we got this dude Sir Cluck here. So we see he's already got these moves. We can give him a juke or a lateral. We only have one bird right now, so passing the ball to other birds isn't really a thing. So I'll take the juke instead. He does a little dance. Oh yeah, none of the birds animated in the old version, so they're a little bit more alive now. Um, Basically between each match, you'll get to improve your team, and then you'll always enact a new rule, and then you'll play another match. So I'll show you this one. Very simple. Basically, we have a 7x3 field. Now we can choose to either make it longer or wider. So I'll just make it wider, and then I'll show you what that looks like. And so here, this kind of continues the loop of the game. So now we're in a new match, and we basically try to win again. After the match, we'll try to improve our team. We'll enact a new rule, and so on and so forth until hopefully you win the championship. That's basically how the career mode works. So now I'll just show you, some of the other stuff in the game. I guess the main other mode is this quick play mode, which this was the only thing that was available in the 2022 showcase. So this is somewhat similar, except there's just a lot more content, a lot more polish. There's previews of like what the athletes do. There's better art. But yeah, this kind of works largely the same as it does like gameplay wise compared to the older version. And yeah, it's basically just you can play 1v1 versus mode. As you can see, there's a bunch of different birds. There's different classes. I guess let me show a couple other classes because these are just chickens and ducks. But we also have hawks, penguins, and flamingos. But yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to show about the game. I'll really quickly actually show this is the version from 2022 from Boston Fig. So as you can see, a lot less art. So this is that quick play mode. As you can see, it's quite similar. Oh, I actually it just crashed a little bit, but that's fine. So largely gameplay wise, it's the same, but like you can see, there's just it's lacking a lot of the stuff that is available in the current version. So it's definitely changed a ton over time. I mean, I was honored to be part of the last one and to be awarded Best in Show. So I really hope that I can have another chance to show it off as it is now, as it's getting closer to release. Because I plan on releasing it later this year. So getting some more feedback, especially about like the tutorialization process that I've added and like the new campaign mode, that would be really valuable to me. And thank you for your time and your consideration.